The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside head Carson-Newman and women's soccer coach Richard Moodie, I'm Mark and Sarah on seeandeagles.com. And coach, your team getting a victory today in the first round of the SAC tournament. You knock off Catawba 2-0. How nice is it to be able to move on now to the semifinals?
It's good, and all credit to Nick there at Catawba. I thought he did a great job. The girls came here; they were organised. They definitely much improved from where we met them earlier on in the season, and they came here and made it difficult for us to win and get the job done. But it's a great feeling. I think the better team won on the night, and we get to survive in advance. Is what my boss keeps telling me. So we're excited, and it's always great to be a part of the South Atlantic Conference tournament. I think it's always a great. It's a great tournament up there at Rock Hill. They do a really good job.
Now, you guys had some opportunities in the first half, but just for whatever reason weren't able to convert it. Was there anything that went wrong, or just wasn't working for you guys in half number one that was the reason you guys couldn't put one in?
I think it's the best chances fell to the best players as well, but it's one of those things. Though I think they just kind of were dumbfounded by the opportunity that was created. I mean, there was one time the ball just kind of fell at Lauren Wade's feet, and she ran past two people, and all of a sudden she was in front of the goalkeeper, and it's a crazy opportunity for her to miss. But again, I think she was just trying to figure out, am I offside here? But we created the chances, and that's more importantly, the most important thing for us is we've always got to be a team that's creating chances. You're more worried if the talking point is you didn't really create any chances. We created chances. This game could have been put away earlier on, but it's a tournament. The girls are a little bit nervy, and getting a 2-0 win, getting settled in, and out here with another clean sheet for Jackie Burns is so important.
You mentioned you guys created chances all night, and you still persevered even with some early difficulties, got the 2 goals. How important was it for the team to keep creating chances to eventually get a couple to pay off?
So important, so important. And it's a difference between being a good and a great team. You know, I think good teams can play bad and lose. Great teams can play bad, find ways to win. And so for us, we can't reminisce, and we can't be sitting and worried about the chances, the 5 that we missed. It's the next one that comes. And again, the thing we've told them, and it's kind of but not at the time it was a laughing point, but now the Brevard game becomes a laughing point, and it's kind of, if we shot 56 times and the 56th one went in, you know, we'd have kept going, and so for us, that was shot a team 55-0, and we just kind of, nothing was going in. But had the 56th shot have gone in, would you have taken it? And they were like, yeah. So it's always the next one we just got to keep going. And so I think the girls, they did a really good job. Hader Ragney stepped up, good leadership today. Alan Seed in the back, and again, it just seemed like everyone was chipping in. Magda Masengo with some good minutes, Hannah Henry good minutes, Cindy Sparafora good minutes, and so again, I think it shows that we've got some depth, and that's important moving into the tournament, because we know it's tournaments tough times. So.
You mentioned Hader Ragney. She gets in the score sheet for the first time today. She kind of plays a position where she doesn't really get the recognition that maybe some of the other players do, because she doesn't get to score as much. Her first career goal today. But how important is the role that she plays on your team?
So important. It's so important, and there's nobody like her in the South Atlantic Conference, and I think last year she didn't get the recognition in the conference, but then all of a sudden she gets an all-region recognition, and it's just good to see at that top level people recognise what she brings to the game. Offensively, she's our pivot player. She gets on the ball, she's comfortable with pressure, she leads the team, she talks, but then defensively she breaks the game up so well, and she's a player that you can get overlooked, and for a player to come in and week out and perform at the highest level, knowing that there's no real recognition from other teams. I know that she's got 26 other girls and 4 other coaches that recognise what she does for this team and her ability, and she's unique, she's special, and we're just glad that she's on our side. So.
Now, Jacqueline Burns just seems to keep setting records. She tied a SAC record tonight for the most shutouts in a season. She's got 12. And we've talked about her a lot, but does she just keep impressing you each time out?
Yep, absolutely. She's a fantastic goalkeeper. She's a great goalkeeper. It speaks volumes to the staff. And again, like we've talked before, Jasmine and Jessica Fraser in practice helping encourage her, improve her. And that's why she's on her toes and working so hard. But I also know what it's like to be the part of a very successful back 4 where a goalkeeper got all the recognition and the back 4 didn't. And so in front of her stands 10 bodies, a back 4 of Helen Seed tonight, Alyssa Lane, Alex Brandon and Avery Williams, who worked extremely hard to make sure that she wasn't really challenged tonight either. And so I think the goalkeeper, unbelievable, but the team effort defensively tonight I thought was very good. We looked good on set pieces defensively, and but yeah, Jackie Burns, what a keeper, and again another player that we're glad she's with us.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win. Best of luck on the semis.
Thanks, man.
He's Richard Moodie. I'm Mark and Sarah on seeandeagles.com.